All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me this week. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Gunner. If you're not new, hi, how you doing? You look good. How you mama them? Glad to hear it. So, last week I told you this week is going to be a preview of some of the colors that we've seen on a lot of the runways. So, we're going to discuss five that I think are going to be really big, five colors that I think will be really big this season, as well as a few pieces that you might want to incorporate if you don't have them already in your closet. So let's jump right into it. The first one that I think is going to be huge is silver. Yeah, silver. Now there were a lot of metallics on the runway, but silver was huge. And the color silver, which is basically just a shiny gray, but it has a lot of the color association with it has been glamour, prosperity. You know, the adage of being born with a silver spoon in one's mouth, meaning you come from wealth. It's also known for innovation and like technological advancements. So seeing that on the runway, especially, it seems like there's a bit of an 80s resurgence. I love the 80s, I love the 20s, so I'm always here when we bring it back. We're seeing a lot of that in these. So silver is very appropriate. Silver is also it's also a color of reflection, spiritual and physical reflection, as a lot of early mirrors, like Bronze Age mirrors, were made of polished bronze and silver. So I think because the 80s are also having a bit of a resurgence, as well they should, we're looking back, we're reflecting on some of the things that we loved about it, some things that weren't great about it, and how we can incorporate those better things into fashion, such as the power shoulder, some of the boots that are coming back, we're definitely seeing. So, a few pieces that I think in silver that are not just statement making pieces, but are adaptable to your wardrobe, especially if you prefer a more neutral color palette or you have an edgy personal style, like kind of think like rock chic, rocker chic. The silver pleated maxi skirt, that's going to go so far. Throw that on with a graphic tee or a black turtleneck, some black, ankle high Western cut booties. I'm always going to recommend a boot. I love boots. I just do. I think they're great. But that silver pleated skirt is going to be very easy to mix and match. Black top, white top, another gray. If you want to keep it monochromatic, that's also a way to go. Another piece I think is great, especially if you're like me. I still work in an office setting for my 9 to 5 while I'm also a stylist, is a silver pencil skirt. You can get one in a flat foil. You can get one in silver sequins. Wear it with a printed pink sweater and heels. Wear it with a beige, off-white or ivory sweater and nude heels. That's going to be a nice silhouette that's going to work with a lot of different things in your closet. Silver, as I stated before, is shiny gray, so it works with your ivories, your beiges, your blacks, your whites, your grays. It also looks great with denim. If you want to make this casual, another option, a chambray shirt, a button down chambray shirt with that silver skirt and white trainers. So you can do that and make it very easy, make it relaxed, still easy to wear if you want an elevated casual look and you want a little bit of an update to your current color palette. So look out for silver. If you don't have something like that in your closet already, you might want to go ahead and incorporate it. Okay, second color that was really big on the runways is acid green, that kind of like light bright slime green. This color is not for the faint of heart, honey. This is for people that eat bold for breakfast, and they choose chaos every day and it somehow works out. This is their favorite color. I don't know. Let me know if you remember any cartoons that did this. Because not only did I watch cartoons back in the day, I still do. I don't judge me if you want. I don't care. If you remember cartoons back in the day, they would have some, if it was an acid or some kind of like boiling potion, it was this bubbling, eye-watering shade of green. This is the color we're seeing on the runway. And it was in shoes, it was in blouses, it was in skirts, it was in dresses. Like it was remixed a lot of ways. And I was like, ooh, that's it is bold. It is a take notice color, which we're seeing more of those, as well we should. We've been in the minimalist, neutrals all day era for a while. I think we're all pretty much bored of it. But green itself symbolizes earth, nature. This kind of vivid green invites creativity. It inspires creativity. It's invigorating. It's a very energizing color, which is perfect for spring. Spring, nature, the green, energizing, you betcha. Absolutely that color. So some simple ways I would recommend this is a really cute slip dress that I found by Scoop at Walmart. This dress, it's a simple slip dress with a slit at the thigh, not too high, still work appropriate, but this vivid take notice color that's also it's punchy, it's fun, it doesn't take itself too serious. And it's going to go with a lot more colors than you think. If you want to, maybe quiet it down a little bit and just use this, my neighbor's dog again, she's adorable. Keep this with the neutrals, let the dress be the star. Absolutely. Go for it. Um, a white mock neck bodysuit underneath it, white trainers, or a pair of chunky sneakers. That keeps it nice, keeps it minimal. It's still going to be bright, but the silhouettes aren't going to challenge the shade for recognition. The eye isn't going to be trying to figure out if it should focus on the shape or if it should focus on the color. It's clearly going to be focused on the color. And the shape is something that is universally flattering. You can wear it with a bunch of stuff. You can pair it with strappy heels. You can wear it with trainers. You can wear it with boots. You can always wear stuff with boots. It's just me though. So you can wear it with something white, something black. If you say, you know what, I want to be the gal that eats bold for breakfast, pair it with fuchsia. That's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of brightness. It's going to be vivid. They're going to see you coming from a quarter mile out. That's okay, because that's why you want to pair fuchsia and the green. That deep, borderline, eye-watering berry color of the fuchsia, the slime green. They're complementary colors. They are vivid. They're fun. They say, hey, I'm energetic. I'm not taking life too serious. Join me on the journey if you want to. So I would say, if you have, depending on where you are, if it's still, the temperatures are still a little cool, fuchsia was a nice color that was in the autumn winter color palette. You still have a favorite mid-weight sweater that's in that color. Put on your slip dress and then throw that sweater over it and wear it like a sweater and skirt set. And then put on a pair of strappy sandals. Wear it to the office, wear it out running errands, wear it to brunch, do whatever. But that's going to be a really interesting color combination that you're not going to see everywhere. And it's going to incorporate two very bright colors that I think speak to the personality of the wearer. Because again, if you're putting these two colors together, you're not timid, you're not afraid to be seen. And I will say, if you're going to put those colors together, own it. Stand tall, chest up, head high, you're making eye contact, you're smiling. Don't put it on and then try and be a wallflower, because those two, they don't mesh. They're incongruent. So go for it. Pair the fuchsia and the acid green, but I do think we're going to see a lot more of the acid green throughout the spring and summer of 2023. All right, another big color trend that I saw on a lot of the runways and magazines is lilac. Mind you, this is not lavender. This is lilac. Lavender is closer to the deep purples that we normally think of. Lilac is the chill, very centered, very zen sister of lavender. Again, purple, the color of royalty, very regal. However, lavender and lilac, as I said, focusing on lilac, these are the lighter colors that are a little more muted, and the color tends to be associated with kindness, with empathy, with serenity. It generates a sense of calm and peace. So if you're looking for these colors, you are being intentional You purposely want to bring in calming aesthetics and calming presence into your life, and you want to express that visually. So, one, I think that's wonderful. Two, it's a beautiful color. It works with a lot of skin tones, it works with a lot of undertones. So, lilac being used, I think, also because our world, let's face it, is a little on the it's anxiety inducing. I don't think anyone's gonna challenge that too much. Having something that helps remind you to be kind and to be calm, I don't think is a bad thing. And I think that's another reason bringing that calm into a color palette is absolutely wonderful. Now, how do you work this into your color palette? I'm glad you asked. However you want. Like, I I don't know what to tell you. You can wear it with you can wear it with multiple colors. You can wear it with the acid green. That's going to be a nice little balance, a nice juxtaposition, but it will help keep them both balanced. We've got that bright green that's energetic but creative, as well as the lilac, that softer purple, to help balance this a little bit so it doesn't feel like anything is overwhelming. Let's see. Oh, that also looks great with greens. You can pair it with a Kelly green, you can pair it with an emerald green, you can pair it with mint. It works with a multitude of greens. It's a very nice foil, for especially the deeper colors. You've got the contrast of the light and the dark, the soft purple, and the deeper greens. Those are just beautiful. They play very well together. It also looks wonderful with navy. So if you've got a favorite navy skirt that you keep in your wardrobe rotation, if you've got a pair of navy kick flares that you want to do, go for it. What I would recommend, something simple and inexpensive updates. If you have a or want to add a lavender sweater, maybe your office is chilly, find an office that isn't. You want this, it's kind of mid-weight. Pair it with a pair of those navy kick flares that are part of your wardrobe staple, and then a pair of chunky mules. Wear that's a simple one and done look. If you want a more casual look, go with a lilac sweatshirt. This one I found at Amazon. I'm going to put the picture up here. Has lace sleeve detailing. I believe it's lightly lined on the inside, so it'll still help keep you warm. Put that with a denim skirt and sandals. If you're, I wear sandals year round, so that's not weird to me. Again, if you've got a favorite pair of sneakers, put those with those Nike Air Max, that denim skirt, and that lilac, apologies, that lilac sweatshirt. It's casual, it's kiki, it's fun, it's elevated, but it's soft, it's gentle, it's calming. Um, what else? Oh, a dress. Can't go wrong, especially because we're coming up on Easter, is not too far away. Find a lilac dress. You can get one in a bodycon midi. You can get one or a mini. Do you? I'm not here to judge. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. A bandage midi dress. You can get one in a fit and flare A-line style. You can find one in a sweater dress. All of those are going to be wonderful. Dresses are one and done, so I'm always down for a dress. Pair that with a pair of platforms, a pair of platform heels. You're done and you look fabulous. So lilac is another color that was big on the runways, and I suspect we will see really infiltrate from runway to real life very soon, especially since it's spring and it's the perfect time for it. Okay, and for this last bit, I just lumped it all into one single category of pastels. Pastels for spring, groundbreaking, much like florals, we know. Is there anything revolutionary about pastels this time of year? No. Am I still going to recommend them? You bet, because they're great. One thing, and shout out to Nick Lewis and his design channel, that he talked about the difference between tints, and tones, and shades. Pastels are tinted, so they are where you add white enough to lighten the overall shade while still maintaining the base color. So, as I said, shout out to Nick Lewis for teaching me that. But pastels, you add white to it, you still maintain basically the integrity of the base color while lightening the overall color. I know, it's magic, but we love it. Pastels this time of year, not new, but they're fun. They're optimistic, which I think speaks a lot to why they're so prominent this time of year. We're coming off winter. It's gold, it's cold, it's barren, it's kind of dreary. You know, you don't want to go straight to vivid. I mean, unless you're rocking acid green, but just in general, we want to go leave the dreariness of winter behind and come into these, nice, soothing pastels that are, portray innocence. They're fun. They give us something like a slow awakening coming out of this dark shell that we've been in for the last several months. And I think that's why it's so prevalent this time of year. Some of the shades that were really big on the runways were the pale yellows, the robin's egg blue, which was absolutely stunning, the pastel pinks, the light purples, such as lilac, that we saw. Of course, they're gorgeous, and we saw them in a multitude of ways. We saw them in the boots, we saw them in outerwear, we saw them in skirts. So if you have any pastel pieces that you really love, of course, this is the time to break it out. Go for it, go nuts. If you don't have any and you're looking for some suggestions of pieces to add, I've also got you there. This sweater dress I found on Amazon, this really nice, really soft blue. Blue is a color that is typically associated with like wisdom, calm, strength, as well as professionalism. That little bit of a play on it, one, is going to work with a multitude of colors, including other blues. You can make a monochrome look with this dress by adding a darker shade of blue for the heel, swap out this belt and add another one to it that maybe has some silver accents on it. Look for some resin jewelry that's in different shades of blue. Go nuts. Add all the different shades of blue with this dress. You've got an instant look. No muss, no fuss. And the sweater dress. This time of year, the temperatures can fluctuate. So this is going to be a piece that will work with you while it's not completely warm, but still not just butt biting cold. You've got a nice little in between in this dress. Now, I know sometimes the fear of, the concern about pastels is you'll look juvenile wearing this many light shades. So I say that's not really an issue with this next recommendation, even though I'm recommending pastel pink. I know. Tailoring in suits, like well-structured suits that flow with the lines of your body, aren't too oversized but aren't too fitted. Tailoring was very big on the runway also. Get a tailored suit in this pastel pink, but to keep it from being, too kiddish, pair it with a striped top and your favorite white sneakers. Or you can go ahead and put those on with those platform heels again. That's going to add an elevated. Stripes are also a neutral, so they pair well with everything. That's going to bring a more, I don't want to say mature, but more grown up element to a look and help balance that color. It's going to give a professional but still relaxed vibe. So if you have to go into the office, but you don't want to feel stuffy, you can put on this suit, look put together, the striped shirt, the relaxed kicks. That's going to keep it from, veering from being too grown up, but still fun. Okay, so we've covered robin's egg blue. We talked about the pastel pink. Another great pastel is pastel yellow, the light yellow. This blazer, a pair of, denim straight leg jeans and thick heeled slides, you're done. It's gorgeous. It's put together. It's something that you can put on or take off depending on how the weather's fluctuating that day. It's a fantastic color that you don't see a lot. You don't see a lot of like pale yellow for some reason unless it's on kids, but this is clearly a structured, well-made, tailored piece. Again, tailoring showing up a lot on the runways, and it's just beautiful. I say that's another great recommendation for your closet. Last thing I'm going to recommend is this mint pale green sweater vest. Sweater vests are back. They have been for a while. I, as an Argyle lover, anytime I saw the sweater vest, they were typically in an Argyle. I was all for it, but they, were associated with being preppy and stuck up and blah blah blah. You, I don't think that at all. I think they're just universally flattering and awesome. This pale green with a black A-line skirt and knee-high boots with like a white short sleeve shirt underneath it. Done. Perfect casual outfit. I'd wear that on the weekend. Probably not to the office, but well, that's not true. I'd wear it to the office. I'd probably just swap out different shoes. But yeah, some knee-high boots, A-line skirt, the white t-shirt and that sweater vest thrown over it. When the weather gets warmer, leave off this shirt, rock the vest sleeveless, wear it with, wide leg cargo pants and like some of the Adidas Samba. I love the silhouette of that kind of sleek, low profile tennis shoe. That, you got a summer outfit right there. So don't think that you can only wear these pieces one or two ways. Of course, you can remix them in a multitude of ways. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm always going to encourage you to do. Buy something you can wear. If you can't think of at least 3 ways to wear it and you already have those pieces in your closet, I'd say maybe that's not the best time for it. But these pastels, the lilac, the silver, the acid green, all of these colors that we saw on the runway, I think are great additions to your spring summer wardrobe because they're easy to work into different color palettes. You're not going to be stuck with just wearing them with black, white, navy. You can pair them with different greens, different blues, different pinks that are, deeper or more vivid tones. You can wear them with other metallics and they will still work and look just as beautiful. So those are the colors that I think we will see a lot of from the runway in real life very soon, as well as some recommendations for how to wear them. Now it's your turn. You tell me, do you have any of these pieces already? Are you thinking about them? Are you not crazy about these shades at all? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. That's it. I'm Gunnar Matheson, Stylish Millennial, and I will talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.